This morning at Maria's animal shelter, Maria, Hannah and Clover are arriving to complete their morning checks and see how the animals are getting on.
Morning everyone. Hi Mummy, how are you doing? Hello buddy, I'm gonna be a good boy. Morning Sandy.
So my name's Clover. I've just finished my level 3 apprenticeship. Back in July I finished that, so I'm now working here 4 days a week as a animal technician, basically, helping looking after all the animals and the day-to-day of the rescue. You gonna be good? Good boy. So every Tuesday is what we call weigh day. It's where we weigh all the poorly animals, ones which have had problems in the past, just so we can get an idea of their weight. Because especially with the small animals, weight's a really good indication, because sometimes with prey animals they like to hide their symptoms. So Tuesdays are a bit crazy, and then we eat with the medication. So the medication's pretty much day to day is what we do every day, but it's just the weighing's a bit extra. But yeah, there's lots going on. Oh, he's lost weight, Maria.
Oh right, okay, if you write it down a minute and I'll check his records.
Zippy's he's quite a poorly pig. He's got an upper respiratory infection. But with the weight loss, we do get quite concerned because he's quite underweight anyway, and especially because we're assist feeding him as well. So he should be going up really. But yeah, so that's a bit of a worry, especially if they're continually losing weight as well. So yes, that's why we weigh him each day at the minute. So he's in there for 20 minutes now. It's kind of a loud noise. And that's him done. So we have a big folder with all the animals' records in, but just to make it easier, instead of writing them in each time, we do it on a whiteboard, and then at the end of the day we write in all their weights and check them, and then we usually make note of ones which have dropped, just so we keep an eye on them, weigh them a bit more regularly, or just to keep a closer eye on them basically.
Hello, Stitchy boy. Oh, you got poorly back. Be gentle. You're a big boy. Okay. 1370.
Alice is over with the Dagoos. We caught up with her to find out why she chose to be a volunteer here at Maria's and see what she gets up to.
My name's Alice. I'm a Tuesday volunteer. I've been here about a year and a half. I mainly work with the guinea pigs and the rabbits. Recently been doing Dagoos because we're sometimes a bit short-staffed on Tuesday. So when I was younger I did want to go into animals, but given puppies, injections and putting animals down wasn't really my thing. So I did a different career path, which I love. And then over the lockdown when I couldn't work, I heard an advert for here, did a trial, and yeah, been here ever since, and I love it. I can't remember where I put the lid for the P-Flix.
Oh, that always gets me as well.
There was a lid, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Okay. It's mainly cleaning guinea pigs and stuff today, but literally anything could happen. Sometimes you just rock up and they're like, oh, we're doing this today. There's been a few times I've come in expecting to do something and then it's something's completely changed and you go, oh, that's cool. Because it's just nice just to wake up and not really have a routine as such. You just kind of come in, it's either guinea pig or rabbit day, and it might not even be that, you might do something else. Yeah, so it's quite fun.
Back in the main building, Millie talks about cleaning the animal cages and her volunteer experience here at the shelter.
I'm Millie and my role is I'm a volunteer. I'm down as 1 day a week, but I do quite a lot after. I do extras as well. I've been in and I've helped out with the cream teas that they do, and Hannah teaches me bits along the way, like medication and how to give that as well. I started a university course in animal science, and I just love animals anyway, and I chose a small animal because I just think that they're overlooked quite a lot, and they all have their own little personalities. I don't think people are aware that they are just as clever as dogs, really. I'm going to be cleaning out Nutella and Coco. I will look over first and see how bad I think it is, what I'm going to need, so I'll get all my equipment ready so I don't have to keep running around. Look at the newspaper first, clear as much as I can, but try and do it in sections, so like one section they can hide, being a prey animal they can be quite timid sometimes, and then swap them over, move them around, and we feed them at the end, we feed them their dry at the end, and then when everyone's been cleaned out we then do the fresh, which they love. I'll put the old newspaper back in because there's nothing really wrong with it. Being a rescue, we have to try and limit the amount we use, and if there's not really much wrong with it, then we can reuse it.
We now sit down with Hannah and discuss the importance of the volunteer programme here at Maria's Animal Shelter.
So my name is Hannah, I am the volunteer coordinator and senior animal care, and I've been with Maria for about 2 years now. We could not run without volunteers. So it takes us about 4 hours to feed and clean all of the animals on site. So we've got over 100 animals in with us at any one time. We don't clean everybody, but obviously everyone does need feeding. So that is a huge amount of animals and time that it takes, and we have to have volunteers in order to run every day. We cannot physically do all of that on our own, so volunteers allow us to keep the doors open and allow us to do what we do. The main thing for us is that we get committed and reliable people. You don't have to have any animal care experience. We will kind of show you what to do and train you up. But for us, you need to be reliable. So you need to be joining us once every week, really, for you to settle in properly and for it to work efficiently. But as long as you're enthusiastic, keen to get stuck in and happy with cleaning, so there is a lot of animal poo as you can imagine, then that's fine. But it is just having people who are trustworthy. So we want people to stop and ask us questions if they're unsure, not to just figure it out, because that can be really dangerous here. We are always looking for more volunteers. There's always jobs to do, there's always animals to take care of, and the thing is, by volunteers helping us with the cleaning and feeding, it actually allows us to do all of the other jobs that we need to do, and there are tons of other jobs that we need to do, so that's really important. We take volunteers across all days of the week, so we're here on the weekends, we're here over holidays as well, so that's really important. It's lunchtime, they can hear everybody chopping up food. But yeah, we're always looking for more help, so whatever works really. If you are keen to get in touch, we would love to hear from you because we're always on the hunt for more. So the best thing to do is to go on the website, and on there you can read some more information about what we are looking for, and you can send me an application form and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So yeah, or if you don't have internet access, then just giving the shelter a ring is the next best thing. So basically what we do at sort of lunchtime is, after all the cleaning has been done, we then come down and we feed either the rabbits or the guinea pigs, whichever one hasn't been cleaned that day. So today we've been cleaning guinea pigs, they've been fed at the same time, and now we come down and we feed the rabbits. So that's what Millie and Ali are going to work on at the moment, and we will show you what the rabbits eat. So the volunteers normally start with dry food, hay and water. What is the most important part of a rabbit's diet, Millie?
Forage.
Forage and hay. So we give the rabbits hay so that it is wearing down their teeth and going through their guts. Without hay, you're going to have health and behaviour problems. So hay is the most important part. That is their food, hay or grass. The second part of their food you don't have to, but some people choose to feed nuggets, and we choose to feed nuggets because quite a lot of our animals are, they come in underweight, so they need that extra boost of nutrition. But you don't have to. But if you are going to feed dry food, then limit it to a really small portion. Everybody has, on their pens, you'll see different signs. Everybody who is different sizes has different amounts of food according to their body size, because we don't want to give too much to animals that don't need it, and we don't want to underfeed animals either. So we have a small egg cup, which is about 20-25 grams in a scoop, and then we put up signs so our volunteers know how much to give the animals each day. But the main part is the hay and the grass. The nuggets are just there as a mineral, vitamin boost, if you like. Millie, I'll give that back to you so you can actually feed. Dale is super friendly to feed because he loves a bit of a fuss. So again, with fresh food, we just want to make sure that we're controlling portion sizes. So everybody has a little labelled box because the guinea pigs all tend to be one similar size. The variation in sizes is not as much as in rabbits. You'll see teeny tiny rabbits and you'll see huge ones. So again, we've got to adjust fresh food accordingly as we would the nuggets and the hay. So for an average size rabbit, you're talking a kind of medium size, you are looking at veg that will fit in your hand, no more than one handful. You don't want a huge great big mountain because you're going to cause gut problems which could even be fatal. So you want just a nice controlled portion size. And it just makes it easier for us to have everybody's labelled so that then nobody can get confused and everybody knows which rabbit is supposed to have which portion size.
To help the shelter, village locals like Sheila often bring in donations. Essentials like food, newspaper and bedding are very helpful to Maria's and are welcome with open arms.
Hello.
Hello there. Do you still need things for your auction?
Oh, yes, please.
Excellent. Okay.
Yes.
Right, there we are.
Oh, wow, thank you.
You're very
ever so
welcome.
much.
And before you go, newspapers, I know you always need
yeah,
those.
we use them every
and
day.
a few bits and pieces out of the fridge.
Thank you ever so much.
You're very welcome. There you are, Mo.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
now.
Have a nice
Bye-bye.
day.
Millie has been given the task of feeding and checking on the resident chickens here at Maria's Animal Shelter.
When we first started, we only had Rocky and one other hen, and then we had a flock dropped off because the lady couldn't cope with them anymore, and they were underweight. They had lice. A few of them had breathing problems. I think they're resident animals now as well. They're not. They won't be adopted out. They're quite different, the chickens. Yeah, I mean they're funny. They are one of my favourites. They're really funny. He won't eat until everyone's eaten, which I think is really funny, because you don't expect a bird to be able to do that. Under, I can't remember her name, and that one there, you'll notice that she's got a few feathers missing here, and what will happen is they will lose them, or they can pluck them out sometimes as well, and that's because they'll sit on their eggs and have skin on their eggs, so it heats them up quicker, it keeps them warm for longer. But obviously, like you just seen, don't want that because we don't really want any chicks or anything. But we get eggs quite every day. We get a big bundle of eggs, which is ideal.
Thank you for joining us for a morning at the shelter. We really hope you've enjoyed having a sneak peek into a morning at Maria's. We would love for you to get in touch if you want to know more or if you'd be interested in volunteering, and we really hope you've enjoyed seeing what the day entails.
If you would like to learn more about Maria's Animal Shelter and how to help, please visit their website, mariasanimalshelter.com.